da yumbi no malalari mi susa na do ba do no manyo ko hala fof nangi tona wana ganyo jawdo le nyol mum ina wanya so jogi ma fetel bandum en ganyo yo garti do yecco wonbe cagal mum ko min tan foti hade he tibe cukode solam do wayino kondo joni o adetage hede tage cagal cawdo de be totti en tudol be bi woto bite nyande fo be bi en ngare ndoge boyata be biya kadi dartode do men gulla e men be biyandutode be nani en.
Hello? It's too loud? Too loud? Is this good? Like this? Albert, are you good? You're rolling? We were going to live stream, but everything got eeky-orky, as my grandpa said, so we're not going to do that. But we've got Albert. Yay, Albert from Sikapacha? Sika Capture, a Ghanaian photography, videography, Ghanaian American photographer, videographer based right here in Columbus. Beautiful work, and we're so glad that he could work with us today. Thank you for being here. He's got a book, he's a bookending thing today. He's got somebody before us and somebody after us, so he squeezed us in, and we're so happy. My name's Lynn Tremonti. I'm the executive director of the Ohio Immigrant Alliance. I think this is our 4th or 5th year that we've been back at the Columbus Arts Festival on the Word is Art stage. This is the most beautiful setting that we've had at the Arts Festival. It's also the most hidden, and I'm so sorry to all of you who've been waiting for us to show up. I can tell you that we've been all throughout the festival looking for it, but I'm glad we're here now with you. Thank you to Fatima Barro and Nuru Barro and Miriam C., who's not with us today, for the idea of Pulaagam, to Hule Cham, who told me that another Mauritania is possible, and was one of the first Fulani leaders I met in Ohio, and she told me, you know what, there's thousands of Fulani people who live in your backyard, Lynn, and we've been quietly making our mark here and just building our lives here, and we also love our homeland, and we go back, and we never forget where we came from. So there's a lot of people here who know this, and maybe there's some people who didn't know this, that the Fula people have been making Ohio their home for decades. And we've got some new people from Mauritania who just moved here in the past couple years. And I think you guys like Ohio, but you still love your country. So we're here to celebrate Fulani culture. We've got just an amazing singer, griot, Habi Gaulo. I mean, gosh, I've been listening to you. I know that you go all around Ohio, Pennsylvania. You're a legend in Africa. People share your videos. Your voice is so powerful. So you guys are in for a real treat today. So I think without further ado, I'm gonna, since things were kind of screwed up a little bit, we moved things around a little bit, so I'm gonna just kick it over to my sister Hule to tell us a little bit about Fulani culture, and then she's gonna introduce some of our other speakers. So we're in for a treat. Thank you for being here.
Good afternoon. Hello. Thank you all for coming. As Lynn stated, Fulani people love Ohio. People always ask us, why do you come? I'm like, there is no $1 million answer to that question. The first Fulani came, the next one followed, and we're here. Why people go to places is for housing, jobs, family. And Ohio used to be a fair housing place where you could find a 2-bedroom for $600. Those days are long gone, but in Columbus at least. But that was why we came. And also, I don't like the politics of this state, but the people are nice. The neighbors are nice, we're welcome, and we are thrilled to be here. So this is the first Pulaagam event in Columbus, Ohio, and as Lynn said, Fulani people have made Ohio their homes. There's about several thousand Fulanis in Columbus alone. There's a few in Cincinnati, there's a few in Dayton, Cleveland. We are all over the state. We've made the state our home, and we want to make our mark. So thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting us. The Fulani tradition is really a tradition rich in being able to be rooted on who you are, but also embracing other cultures, but also being proud of who you are. And that's what we want to portray today. We want to showcase the Fulani culture. We want to showcase the Fulani beautiful dresses. We want to showcase the culture. And eventually, hopefully at some point, you will get to taste the food, which is an amazing Fulani food. I don't think we have any today. But we'll keep that in mind next time. So we would like to welcome all the guests. We would like to welcome those who have been with us. And I've always said this, there's people who possibly never seen a Fulani or never heard of Fulani culture, or seen Fulanis, don't know what they are, but people who are willing to open their arms to embrace us, to really be proud of who we are, who don't feel like for you to shine, I have to dim my lights. That's not how this works. We can all shine together. You can be who you are, I can be who I am. We can all be together and be rooted in who we are with embracing each other. I'm going to say a few words in Fulani, so because there's people who don't speak English. Donc en calni bandiraɓe fof mbimi tan ko wayto wonɓe ɗo hen ɓe nanta ɗemgal anglais ngal no fewi ko yettude yimɓe fof e arɓe ɗo hen hannde kadi yettude vraiment waɗɓe oɗo événement par ce que événement o wiyete ko Pulaagam. Sa haali haala Pulaagam kala ko haala Pular, kala ko haala to gummiɗen, kala ko haala culture men. Amérique noon ko noon wayi. Amérique ko culture aji kewɗi pine kewɗe ndendi ɗo henne. Pinal hen fof ene fandoro goɗɗo paanduɗa hoore ma yimɓe paandoro ma. Enen fof ndenten taw wona mbeɗe momtumaade momto am, mais enen fof gondata banggue goto. Enen fof jiɗodiren, enen fof gonden goto men fof tiiɗa kadi yooɗe ko woni ko fawa hen goɗɗum. Fittani noon ko aɗa usta goɗɗo walla ko wayno ɗum, mais goto men fof ne wawi yooɗade goɗɗo taw hay goɗɗo ustani goɗɗo. Donc en jetti yimɓe fof arɓe ɗo hen hande ɓe, en jetti américain ji arɓe ɗo hen wata ɓe gandadi ko woni Pulaagam, mais ɓe gari pour sippattude, ɓe gari pour yooɗede ko gonɗen ko, ɓe gari kadi pour wallude en wonde ko gonɗen ko. Donc yettude Allah no fewi on dari ɗo henne ɓe. So without further ado, I'm going to call to the stage an amazing artist, Habi Njai, who has been an amazing artist who has played all throughout Ohio, who is a true Fulani woman. Donc mbimi vraiment eɗen bismo mawnen banen debbo Habi Gawlo walla Habi Njai e vraiment mbayi joom galle mum e ɓinguel mum arde ɗo henne hannde wallude en mawninde Pulaagu, wallude en yownude Pulaagu, wallude en kadi hollude aduna o fof ko enen woni holɓe en. Panorɗen ken fulɓe mbiyen ken fulɓe eɗen belte Pulaagu men. So everyone say Pulaagam. I am proud of being a Pulaagam. I am proud of supporting Pulaagam. Thank you all for coming. Without further ado, I'm going to call Habi. All right, so there's one more step we're going to explain. Habi is going to sing. So usually with the Fulani culture, we have what we call griots, and Habi is a singer. So in the traditional Fulani culture, when the singer sings, people come out and either throw money at her. It's not $100, it's usually $1 or so. By the way, let's start with that. And then it's really to put value in what she's saying. And of course, throwing money at someone can be seen differently depending on what culture you come from. That's why I came here to explain this step. We're gonna pass dollar bills around, and when Habi starts to sing, we just want everyone to just come and just do this. We wanna valorize this culture. We wanna really just put value to what she's saying and really embrace this Fulani culture that we usually do at our events. Thank you.
Eyo. Similayo fudora de malalia. Kobi similayo mi fudori ma malalia. Pulaagam jam hiremon. Ko aramani wartora de kisalia. So yimde weli o yimtade weli ko tine tine hare maupa velane eyo koma hare juta jangtore danye koma hare jura jangtore danye bodo imalam dam du woti na fore ko yettumo cham yo toro to genarie eyo kota penda dauda mo wujani de mumye ganyo hule cham ne na kele chakade thank you so yim de veli yo yim ta de veli yela wa yela yo yela wa yela yo so yim de veli yo yim ta de veli so yim de veli yo yim ta de veli kanyo bitanga ide na kelle chokan kanyo bitanga ide na hore uro thank you wada yimalamba mribambe miyawak kongande pulagam ene yitagedal kongande pulagam ene yitagedal kolla dayandi romaram talwoni kanyamaram talne na kelle chokan kolin kai wawa funti saka salan kolin kai wawa kantade ngawili kosinna ko harete jingo bendanya kosinna ko harete jingo bendanya mashallah thank you so much yalla yob majjere inde de oɗo hule cham machallah debbo kadi lin hol noon lin thank you lin siwalio baro silama kañana lin siwalio silama ka jamfante pulagam siwalio samba ñime eyo pulagam pulo jawa jer ñipe ñikirike kerela ñana pulagam hamma jibe kerela so yo wattu goddo wala ma boy inshallah.
Thank you all for participating in this Fulani culture event and for giving the money to Habi. It's really, as I said, to valorize, to put value in the culture, in the songs, and also in the singer. And we really truly appreciate everyone's participation. She sings people's names sometimes, and again, it's part of the culture. It's really to show pride in the person and to show love in the culture and to really put people put self-love into other people and to really just valorize the culture. Sometimes when she sings your name, she really trying to shine a light on who you are. And you get up, you walk proudly, and you come to her and you take the money and then you put the money on her, and it's really it's shining a light on everyone, and it's just a happy culture. And we really appreciate everyone coming here. So we're gonna we wanna before I forget, I wanna really do an homage to Mariam Tal, who is not here today, who was a mastermind. Mariam and Fatima and Lynn, who were really the ones who came up with this idea, and then I'm like, I gotta be part of this. And then we all just made it happen, and we are really happy we actually were able to do this, and hopefully we will be able to continue to do this. We're gonna give Habi the mic to do the second song, and that song is called, is it Hayo Bella? Hayo Bella.
Ayo bella, ayo bella, finatawa. Ayo, ayo bella, jabode bella, pulagam noti, ere noroyo. Finatawa, ayo bella, ayo bella. Pulagunoti edenoro waya finatawa eyo hayo bela finatawa hayo bela japode bela eyo hayo bela Pulagunoti edenoro waya finatawa hayo bela Jabole bela, ihol mo jay bela, pula bunoti, ede noro yo, thank you. Waya finatawa, hayo bela, waya bela, hayo bela, finatawa, eyo finatawa, hayo bela, waya bela, ihol mo jay bela, pula bunoti, ede noro yo. Wayo finatawa hayo bela finatawa wayo finatawa wayo bela jabode bela pula gunoti ere noro wayo finatawa hayo bela Alma jay bela Ninatien edenoro wayo finatawa hayo bela Yol monotien hule cham noti edenoro wayo finatawa hayo bela Dabo mojo wol noti edenoro Wayo finatawa hayo bela finatawa wayo finatawa hayo bela japode bela pulagam noti ede noro wayo finatawa eyo
Jarama Habib. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna do one more song with Habi, and that song's name is Dono Bamba.
Thank you. Thank you. Bow to God. Say the Baroyan. No, better, yeah, Donna Bamba, holla me die, see the soma, holla me die. Yeah, Donna Bamba, holla me die, man, I'm the day cotilli nimi, holla me die, see the soma. Komi minam da de kotilli nimi all kotilli nimi komi minam da de kotilli nimi pulagam tilli nimi holla mi dai sira soma holla mi dai ayyo hono dani minuru baro fama baro de ko hono ma oɗo mo bintu baro holla mi daye ma mboɗo yima bi konam holla mi day holla mi day sira soma ko mimi namdade ko dillinimi hol ko dillinimi hayo hule samba cham o kaldone sababu hayo hule samba cham mayram talde ko honoma mayram talde ko honoma mono dani mi pinta gaydo debbo mo jowol sare mono dani mi pinta gaydo debbo mo jowol sare mono dani mi lin holla mi daye ma pulagam no dumi hono dillinimi holla mi day sira so ano mbiyata ɗon ngel mo dañi kala yo wat ngel mo wawa jooɗo no mbiyete ayo Teresa ngel mo dañi kala yo wat ngel mo wawa jooɗo holla mi day mboɗo yima lambam holla mi day hayo ma borok borok de no dumi wala ilaha illallah muhammad rasulullah ko ngel mo dañi kala yowat holla mi day ngel mo wawa jon holla mi day seydi baro en machallah hayo ma nuru baro fama baro de ko honoma Abdoulaye Dieng Mamadou Dieng de no dumi Ibrahima Dieng no dumi Moro yima dendamen holla mi daye ma dañi yowat holla mi daye ma sira soma ko mimi namdade ko dillinimi hol ko dillinimi pulagam kay dillinimi pulagam kay dillinimi hayo ma hule cham malalde ko honoma ngel mo dañi kala yowat holla mi day ngel mo wawa jon holla mi day sira soma aduna ko golle balle holla mi day ngel mo dañi kala yowat holla mi day sira soma ko ngel mo waɗani nanata pulagam kaynodi ko mimi ɓamten pulagu leñol pulagu kay famɗani holla mi daye ma hayoli thank you so much holla mi da thank you so much mashallah eyo Bule cham no dumi kombimi cham demba torodo kombimi cham demba torodo albarka lambam well thank you welcome ajarama fewi mashallah
Thank you, Habi. Thank you so much, MD Habi Jaram.
Thank you.
All right, one more time. Let's give Habi a round of applause. Thank you so much, Habi.
She's an amazing singer. And the next on our program, I would like to introduce someone who loves the Fulani culture. She posted on LinkedIn, and that's what she wrote down really rang true to me. She said, some cultures raise you by birth, some others raise you by love. Teresa is not a Fulani person, but she lived in Guinea, West Africa, and she's really throughout her living there, she loved the culture, she loved the people, and she became an ambassador of the Fulani culture, and we couldn't be prouder of Teresa. Please put your hands together for Teresa Temu.
Thank you very much for such a warm introduction. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak today here during Columbus Arts Festival, to speak for this beautiful, very interested, very motivated audience. It's a true honor for me. So today I would like to speak about Fulani culture. This culture is very important in West Africa. I think Fulani people live in almost every West African country you can ever think of, from Mauritania to Nigeria, from Chad to my country, which I call my second home, Republic of Guinea, Guinea-Conakry. I was asking myself, what makes Fulani people so welcoming, so kind, so honest, very, very honest? As Hule mentioned, when I worked in Guinea, even though Guinea is not my country, I didn't speak Pular, I didn't speak Malinke, I didn't speak any of Guinean languages, but I was still hosted and received there as a daughter. And when I was moving around the world, I lived in Moscow, I lived in Finland, everywhere I go, Fulani people received me so warmly. It is not in my speech here, but a little story. When I worked in Moscow, my very good friend was Mohammed Ba, a Guinean young gentleman. He moved to New York, and when he knew that my husband and I were planning to move to America, he was asking me every day, Teresa, what can I do for you? I live in New York, I know that you'll be living in Columbus, what can I do for you? And with the network of his Guinean friends, he was able to link me to some Guineans here in Columbus. And the moment my foot stood on American soil, Guinean Mohammed Ba picked me up in New York airport. He showed me around New York. The moment we came to Columbus, Ohio, another Guinean person, Bashar, picked us up in the airport. We were so tired, so exhausted. You can imagine how long it is to fly from Moscow to New York and then to Columbus. Hours and hours and hours in the sky, in the airports, when everything seems strange. New language, new country, new airports, new everything, but same Guinean kindness, openness. That is how America met us, with Fulani people in New York and in Columbus. Now, let me get back to my speech. And I was asking, what makes Fulani people so unique? What is this behind Fulani virtues and values? And only recently I learned about Pulaagam. Pulaagam, yes, I learned about this a couple of weeks ago, can you imagine? I've been living for 36 years. I've been friends with Guineans for 26 years. And only a couple of weeks ago, I learned what is Pulaagam. So Pulaagam is a cultural code, unwritten laws that every Fulani people carries inside them, from Mauritania to Nigeria, from Chad to Guinea. And Pulaagam I will list some of the virtues that are among the Pulaagam. Semtende, modesty. Those who are friends with Fulani people, you know how modest and shy Fulani people are. It's called Semtende. Munyal, patience. Very important virtue in every day, in every life situation. Endam, kindness. I was giving an example of how, yes. Ngorgu, courage. Nedaku, dignity. And I will share a couple of proverbs, Fulani proverbs from Gombe in Nigeria, that depict these virtues. To be granted one's request is shameful enough, let alone when the request is turned down. This describes modesty. How Nigerian Fulanis describe patience through a proverb. No matter how deep a body in the water is, there is fine sand at the bottom. And it means patience. Whatever affects the nose affects the eyes also. We are all connected. This is Ndam, and this depicts kindness. We have the same proverb in Russian. If after eating one is not full, will licking the bowl make one full? No, that is dignity. Polaco also includes thoughtfulness, self-restraint, generosity, noble leadership. Another example from history, which I want to bring. In Futejalon is one of the central places very important for Fulani people. A prince called Abdul Rahman Ibrahim Sori. So he was captured in slavery. He was enslaved in Mississippi. And throughout his slavery times, he regained his freedom, by the way, in the end. But still, he carried all of these Pulaku values and virtues throughout all the slavery times. And he was able to win himself a freedom. So Abdur Rahman's life proves that Pulaku is not only a moral code. It's resistance, it's identity, it's survival. Today, I'm wearing a very simple outfit from H&M. But it shows, it has indigo pattern on it. Who has lived in West Africa remember what indigo is? Indigo is a very important cultural element of West Africans, including Fulani people. And it means maturity, wisdom, and respect. This shows us how Guinean culture is shaping world's culture, even such a big giant as H&M. But Guinean culture and beauty is not only in fashion, in Guinean hairstyles, but also in music. I ask you to listen to Guinean and Fulani music. One of the most famous artists is Baba Mal from Senegal. His music is very, very beautiful. Another artist that I want to mention, of course, Habi. Yes, where is my other artist? Oh, Ali Farka Touré, of course. Ali Farka Touré. He's a very known singer and kora player. Please, when you go back home, please download this music. Please reach out to me. I'll share other artists, other Fulani artists. And today, as I'm closing this speech, I want to ask Africans, Americans, non-Americans like us Russians, to be inspired by Polaco values. We need to be kind. Please, let us be kind. Let us be courageous. We need courage, especially in these difficult times. Let us carry the Pulaku dignity throughout our lives. And before we go, I have prepared an activity. I listed Polaku virtues and proverbs. And if you would like to participate, you're welcome to pick up the handout materials on the table and do the matching activity. I'll be very happy to see who was listening to my speech carefully, who has captured what I was saying. And I really want to thank Hule Chiam. Thank you very much for letting me speak today. Thank you very much, Lynn Tramonte, for inviting me as well. Thank you very much, Habi. And thank you all for being here to celebrate Fulani heritage and culture.
Thank you so much, Teresa, for those words of wisdom. I'll just take a minute to translate that into Fulani for those who don't speak English. Donc en jetti Teresa temu ko Rus o jeya ko Russi o wi non kanko hoɗino Guinée seeɗa nde o hoɗi Guinée nde o wi o yitndir toon e fulɓe o wi ɓeɗon gandamo o jeyaka toon o nanta ɗemgal ngal kono ɓe kollimo ko teddungal ɓe kollimo ko ndimaku ɓe kollimo ko muñal ɓe kollimo ko hormade kala neɗɗo o wi ɗum ɗon noon sa ƴeewi ɗiɗon valeur uji o wi ɗum sa ƴeewi pulaagu ko ɗum ɗo woni ɗum ɗo pulaagu ko heen pulaagu dooƴi diñi koye ɗiɗo valeur uji woni muñal woni teddungal woni cuusal woni yidde hoore mun woni faandorade hoore mun woni hormade neɗɗo fof kono kadi hormade hoore mun donc en jetti Teresa ko ɗum woni ko haali ɗo henne ko dokkemo juuɗe. All right, thank you so much, Teresa. Without further ado, I'm going to call to the stage Sile. Sile is going to say some words for us. Please give him a hand. Popane Sile. Sile Bal.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. If you feel all right, put your hands up. Yeah, for my group, Sifa Hanki Pinal Hande. That's why I am here today. I want to tell you about my travel to Africa, to America, in the dark of night. That's why I want to sing something here. That's why I want to try to talk some English. Yeah. Pecha Jamma. And my language Fulani. Pecha Jamma. Pecha Jamma mbodo leli mbodo mijo nan mi bes nguley dam ena ngurmo ena wulle ne luuk ene wi yakare gasi ɗon e ɗon gummi me ɗoygol arni mi ɗangal ƴettumi paɗam dondi mi cawlam nene rokkam duwa mboɗo ɗanno nene werti juuɗe mum no duwo ɓernde bonni no woya onon mawɓe mbiyanno yaade ha hoya ɓuuri joɗade ha hoya gila toɓa haade asman ilam haade maayo demowo hoyni kammu weddi diallo woyi haame hanki men guuronoɗo e goo rummo ɗo bolong yonkoteno ɗeɗɗe ha tuuto nebam hoore burgal feece saabu yidde kosam sumalleji loowe mbaɗe yarga cow haɓɓe rimde saare rangane mi siftori calel mumotoɓe jimɗi colli e daaɗe hiwoɓe bumungal jumane turulleje ɗo ko saha duka ñamde dawre himme artire gulali dawe jamma arte jamma mi siftori toɓo toɓanno leydi leppa huɗo fuɗo gubo karaje majja gooleji no polono ngolo yummiraɓe mumen ino noto ha hooram e o duna mi siftori fana e ndoro galle Allah Didi Gumbo e Racine wuro Mamadou Jeeri Kelli Aliou Seynou Baal wuro Ablaye Thiaw hande hokkere hawi handima jeeri soñaka saka waalo pale pooɗe mi yiyani pusgu waɗi gure jeewi laabi jewtiɗan niɓe sambane finiɗan ni mo ɗeli en taaɓe mbawani jolde waalo men yonti pinmi ndewmi baareji garmi ha woɗos mawdu tawmi fof ko korɓale ko ɗon darimi mboɗo noddo mboɗo lemo mboɗo yeeƴo kono ala ko notimi so wona come kakurleje pecce jamma nder leydam jamme ñalawma amin gullito amin gulla amin luuka amin ñaago justice liberté égalité démocratie min dañani saabi min mute luggi tacci maaje ngabba kaaje tello e kolaɗe jammana tindi amin naata e dundo asman ƴiino tawa baade ladde Allah pobbe baroje laadotoɗe heddi songe rutti sonke feere ala woodi tan ko yaade nana cirkali colli gulali ɗe leyle daade geloɗe potta e taƴotoɓe wakkiɓe fetelaji e jaaseje ko tiɗɗa ɓernde fof ɓe gulla e ma ha kula a tinata waktu yoni saka turoɗa juula ɓitta e otoji beddiya cappa cuula ɓe no goye heege ɗom kono mbiye koko nguula potte umiɓe frontiére no goye koko ndefuula pecce jamma min mbaɗa e laaɗe mbali dogde hakkunde maaji wiya lana paani rewɓe sukaɓe no goyno koyno asman koko ngani saabu gila subaka ha joni no toɓete siltani funnangue hirnangue rewo e worgo tene joofe mi yiyani ko ɗon tigui jammi gandumi ɗengal kala deste moƴƴani innumi Allah mantumi joomam so laani yiiɗo holto paami ko nden tigui ɓerdam boni pecce jamma ummade Nicaragua goti mala anduras tekko ha sunayta police ji wonɓe laddeji oto garɗa kala dartine jogiɓe ɓe ngala kayitaji fof jippine ɓe darne e nangue ɓe to joɗɗine heddiɓe jooɓa kalisaji mumen ɓennine pecce jamma min ñalla e beddaji mbala e garasuji jiya sehilaɓe no mbadde e police ji pale ɓe nangue piye ɓe dogo cuuɗo e less ɓaale nana wiyoɓe to koten sen nanggama ɗo ma en mbare mi maayo to mi jaale ɓurni mi hoddoto no jaale ɗanngal no muusi kono ko muñal tan woni hen nana wiyoɓe to koten ko nannuno en hen aduna ko maayo manggo ko wurde e mayde woni hen gonɗen koye laana ƴiwonde ƴiiwi laana kana hayta gasna joɓade telfina bande salo heɓtinde fayta wopponde caggal jamma ñalawma ɗo haala mayka wayni waynaki hoddiro wona kone hayta potte banda men no fiya ha gañin yahna sayta min ballodiri nangodiri ha min naati sonayta amin beltowo min ceere boni police ji postotoɓe bandiji taƴotoɓe police ji américain ji nangui min kaɓɓe juuɗe koyɗe kaso min paana jeccitimi tawmi sehilaɓe ɓe daari ɓe no goye ɓe gana ceena mbaɗalan en ndiwo ko beddiya win correctional président mo Louisiana nden ɓerdam boni mi rokki ɗum kala dewɗo lawol less mi rokki ɗum Boubou Kane mawɗo Lappol mi rokki ɗum Moussa Sall Moussa Dia Adama Yal mi rokki ɗum Dawdo Cubbel Sy gorko mo liksey bo gorgol rokki ɗum Chicko number 1 rokki ɗum Sada Bal Muntaga Ly Habi Thiam mi rokki ɗum kala jiɗɗo leñol ngol put your hands up for Sifa Hanki Pinal hande on jaram
eyi dokkemo junngo dokkemo poɓane Siley Baal a haali ko woodi a haali ko wuura donc mi watta ɗum e anglais tan pour ɓe nanta anglais ɓe nanta pulaar ɓe vraiment onon walla kamɓe rewɓe laawol less dañi ambassadeur par ce que ko kalɗa ko fof ko wuura ko haalɗa ko fof ko mo rewani hen wawata andude ɗum donc ɗum ɗo aussi ko opportunité ɓe ndewani ngolon laawol mbawa famde onon ko guurɗon ɓe mbi noon pulaar noon ne jogii konngol pulaar wi so galle baaba joganakima jam woto añan ɗum winde so yi en goppi to en ngari ɓe ndewi low ɓe ndewi less ko en ngala toon jam jam oɗon noon ken dariɓe eɗen jiilomo ha dañƴenmo fof justice nder leydi Mauritanie koko waɗata ken haɓanteɓe ha dañen hakke men nder leydi Mauritanie woni hande woni janggo woni ɓaawo janggo so wona enen wona sukaɓe men so wona sukaɓe men wona taniraɓe men kono leydi ndi ko enen rendiɓe en peccandi walla ko eɓol alama en keɓare hen hakke men ha tinen hay sen goni toon sen jooɗima toon sen gummima sen gari ɗo hen foof ha joni ken murtannaɓe mbeɗa haalno mbeɗa heewi haalde mbimi pulaar wi kala ko leggal ɓooye maayo wonta sa nooro sen mbaɗi Amérique 100 ans 4 dimanche ken Mauritanie ken fulɓe ken ɓaleɓe ken Mauritanie ko ɗon jeeɗen sen gari ɗo hen hande ko ɗo Allah waɗi en ko ɗo gurdam men ko ɗo sutara men woni kono to jeeɗen won jeejiten Mauritanie ko ɗum joguiɗen pulaar wi woto lingu koyngal oppina lingu jungo so wona enen wona sukaɓe men no mbimi ni so wona sukaɓe men wona taniraɓe men kono ken Mauritanie hande ken Mauritanie janggo ken Mauritanie ɓaawo janggo en jejjitta mayata majjata ko toon partuɗen on jarama. I'm gonna go ahead and translate what Siley Bal, he was performing poetry, and it's basically talking about his immigration journey to the U.S. He passed through Latin America, through Nicaragua to come to the U.S., and he talks about the perils of immigration. He talks about how hard it has been for him to leave family behind, to leave loved ones behind, to travel through South America, not knowing the language, not knowing the culture, going through, swimming sometimes, walking sometimes, going into a car sometimes, flying sometimes, coming from a world away from the world that he was living. But because he left a country where he had no justice, he had to go. When you have no peace, there's a Somali poet who said, you don't leave home unless home is the mouth of a shark. And in this case, Mauritania is the mouth of the shark for Mauritanians. That's why Mauritanians leave. And I often say when I do interviews with journalists, I said immigration is not an adventure. Immigration is not a vacation. People don't pack up, leave, and leave everything they've known till that point behind just because they want to. When people leave, it's because there is a reason. There's something that's bigger than themselves that's pushing them away. And that's why we're here, and we're planning to stay. Thank you. Without further ado, I'm going to call Lynn. I don't know where I was going with this. I'm like, what am I doing now? Yeah, I'll do one poem. Give me the book. Okay. And then we're done. Yep. And then we're done. No, we're done. Okay, drop the mic. Mic drop. All right. So this one. Stop laughing, Lynn. We're gonna do. We have 2 more activities. We only had an hour for this event, but it turned out to be great. I'm gonna read a poem, one of my poems. I'm gonna read it in English. I'm gonna translate it. I wanted to say before I start this poem, welcome to this DEI event. If they want to take you away from DEI, we're going to keep DEI. DEI is going to be live long and loud. Thank you for coming to this DEI event. This poem is called My Accent. We all here have accents, especially if you're coming from a different country, a different state, a different city sometimes. We all speak differently. But us who are foreigners, quote unquote, we often are told, oh, you have an accent. Can you please repeat that? So basically, this is saying, this poem is about talking about that. It says, on this chilly January morning, I have something on my mind, which is my accent. The way I sound when I talk, as in the accent I have. The accent you may or may not have, how I sound when I speak English. I have heard it all. Huh? Wait, say that again. Oh, you have an accent. Can you repeat that? You have an accent. When did you get here? I wonder how many people believe that only people from other countries have accents. People in the same country living in different regions have accents too. They have accents that differ from each other as much as they differ from those people from other countries. You might notice this. For example, someone from New York might sound different from someone from Ohio. And someone from Texas might sound different from someone from West Virginia. Okay, back to my accent. Sometimes when I talk, people don't understand what I'm saying. Note, I said sometimes. Sometimes they're fine, but sometimes they aren't. Especially when I use long sentences or use words such as gubernatorial race. Whether the person has known me for a while or just met me, I always get this. What's that? What did you say? And I have to repeat myself 2 or 3 times before the other person can understand what I'm saying. That moment when the other person is asking me to repeat myself, I'm repeating myself to be heard and understood. That moment can be very uncomfortable for both of us. Often our conversation stalls on this roadblock. The other person will look up, not trying to continue the conversation, sometimes out of fear of offending me, sometimes out of fear of saying the wrong thing, sometimes because they don't feel it's worth it, the effort to continue that conversation. Often in those situations, they often avoid continuing the conversation. They would look up, they would look down, they would act if they understood, but they did not, just to avoid asking one more time. But others push on, even though they know I might just say something else that they do not understand, but they still push on. When they do that, when they continue to push on, despite the uncomfortableness, they are in for a treat. When they push on, that is when they get the story behind the accent. This is when I get to tell them that this accent is me. This accent is Mauritanian. This accent is Senegalese. This accent is New Yorker. This accent is Ohioan. This accent is a social worker by day, interpreter by night. This accent is Sisa's mom. This accent is Jainaba's sister. This accent is Samba's daughter. This accent is Mamadou's cousin. This accent is a human rights activist. This accent is a social justice warrior. This accent is a high heels hater. This accent is a green color lover. This accent is a product of 4 languages, from Fulani to Wolof, passing by French and English. This accent is the story of survival and immigration. This accent is a non-profit executive, Youth and Hope president. This accent is Natasha's caseworker. This accent is Jasmine's personal advocate. This accent is a poet, a storyteller. This accent is me, all the way me, and I am work in progress. When our leaders are preaching about building walls, we preach about building bridges. We can instead choose to build bridges. We can do so by using these moments, these uncomfortable moments, to learn more about each other. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to say that a little bit. I'm going to translate in Fulani for those who don't speak English. Donc, ko poem kala non poem o ko sa français mbi accent sa hala hunde mbi jogi accent. Par exemple, ɗo en sa wondo sa hala anglais sa ɓoyi ɗo en holle a jeeyaka ɗo presque walla sana jibinaɓe ɗo ɓe ɓen ngala accent e ndiɓe fof jogui accent. Sa haalde tuub ko walla haalde yimɓe jeeyaɓe ɗo en en général ɓe mbima aɗa jogui accent. Mbimi accent noon wona tan gummiɗo to men to jogui accent. Ɗo e ndir leydi gonɗo New York so haali e gonɗo Ohio so haali kamɓe fof ko américain ko jogui accent ji ne certi. Jogade accent bonani l'essentiel ko sa are leydi fam ko leydi ndi yahata paama yimɓe ko kalata. Paama holi an mbasa yejjide holi an so jomum namdimama holi an kala holi an to gummiɗa to paaɗa kalnaɓe kadi ko adduma ɗo to paaɗa kono aussi to mbasa yejjide to gummiɗa to accent ma won fiére mum sabu ko ɗum tan jogiɗen ko ɗum hollata en jeeyaka ɗo ko ɗo gonɗen hannde kono eɗen jogui to gummiɗen eɗen jogui kadi to paaɗen kadi woto jejjiten koye men. Without further ado, I'm going to call Fatima to the stage. Fatima, come on.
Hello, everyone. Assalamu alaikum, Banderabe. My name is Fatima Barra.
And my name is Nuru Barra.
Sorry, I'm just going to hold this. This is easier. My name is Fatima Barra. This is my little sister, believe it or not. She's a lot taller than me, but I am older. And we created Damgalyam. And so Damgalyam in Fulani means my language. And Damgalyam is a website where anyone can log on and translate English words into Pulaar. And then you can also read about our culture, fashion, food. And we created it for one of two reasons. We are obviously first generation American. Our parents were born in Mauritania in Sarandougou, specifically. They were exiled to Senegal, and then later they immigrated to the United States. And through that different travel, our parents asked of us one thing. They asked us to not only know Pulaar, but to know our language and love our language. Now, our parents did a really good job. We both speak Pulaar and Fof and Nana Pulaar and Hal Hanafe. And we noticed growing up in the United States, it was hard to not only hold on to our language, but to learn about different resources to further ourselves, to learn Pulaar. And so we try to do some research online to find different resources to really teach us about Pulaar and the language and how to speak, and honestly some basic words, and we didn't find any resources. So from then, we created Damgalyam, which we'll share later on for you all to access, but that was our first reason of creating Damgalyam.
The second reason why we created Demgalam is because we feel like many people our age don't advocate enough for our community, and we hope that with the help of Demgalyam, they'll be able to do that.
And we are very happy to see everyone here, but we were also hoping to see people our age because we are the next generation. And so we're hoping at future events we can have people who are Hal Pulaar, who come from Mauritania, Senegal, Guinea, wherever you're from. If you're Pulaar, you should be advocating because our people, our community specifically, are going through challenges. Whether it's here or in the diaspora in a whole, we really want people in our community to advocate and show up as the next leaders. So with that being said, we have QR codes for our website. It's on the table over there. If you want to take a scan of it, you can access our website and really learn Pulaar. Whether you're a Hal Pulaar yourself or you're just interested after today, if you want to learn the language, you can go ahead and access it. And then we also want to build out the website. So we don't only want to offer translation services, we also want to include the basic things like learning how to count in Pulaar, learning colors. There isn't that platform for us yet. So we're not engineers, we're not builders, but we want to at least lay the foundation for something. So with that being said, we're so happy to be collaborating with Ohio Immigrant Alliance, and then also growing up with Auntie Habia, call her, always seeing her at weddings, super iconic. And then just other leaders here. We're super humbled to share the stage, though. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. This ends the program. I loved being here today. Hule, you're amazing, Habi. Thank you. Teresa, Sule, just met you today. I've seen you at events, but hearing you, I don't understand Fulani, but I heard some of the words. I heard Nicaragua, and I could like pick up on the rhythm of what you were saying. And Abba from Cameroon in the back, we were picking up on what you were talking about, even though we didn't know the words you were saying, and we felt the kind of the betrayal, but also and the, just the rhythm of what you were saying. And to the Barrow sisters, I'm really admiring what you're doing, and thank you for sticking with it. You're creating tools that the new generation can use, and some of us older people too. The Ohio Immigrant Alliance is so happy to be here with you all. If you are able to make a donation to us today, you can take a book home. Just thank you for coming out. Thank you again to the Columbus Arts Festival for giving us this platform. Have a great night. Stick around for the festival. It's great to see everybody. Oh, wait, I forgot to mention one thing. The music that you guys heard when you were getting here, it's an artist named Salif Sar. He lives in Columbus, but he's an internationally known musician, and the song that we were playing is Misusa. It's a great, catchy song, but it's actually about, as I understand it, how black men in Mauritania have to fear the police. So it's a catchy song, but it's also about a sad subject. So, check him out, Salif Sar, Sarr. You can get his music on Apple. And you heard how we started out very joyous, and then it took a turn, right? The conversation took a turn. There's that constant thread in this conversation about joy and love, and then also this trauma stuff. So it's throughout. But thanks again for being here.
Thank you so much for all the performers for coming up on stage and showing us their art. That was Pulaagam, Pulaagam, a celebration of Fulani heritage with Habigwalo and the Ohio Immigrant Alliance. Thank you all so much. Up next, we have Poets at the Podium. Thank you to everyone who has come out to support the 2025 Columbus Arts Festival, and thank you to our sponsors at Huntington Bank and Nationwide Children's Hospital for helping us make this weekend possible. Welcome to